Hi everyone, this is Vortex259. Welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Final Fantasy II. In our previous episode, we went through the remaining floors of the Summit Falls Mines dungeon, and on the final floor of that dungeon, we got to fight our very first boss battle. We got to fight and defeat the Sergeant, and once we got him out of the way, we found a treasure chest that contained some Mythril, so Hilda's going to be very pleased with us. We can take that Mythril back to her, and that's going to allow the rebels to fight on equal terms with the Empire. Now, as you can see here, I've got quite a bit more HP since the last time we met, and the reason being is I went back into the Summit Falls Mines to look for an elusive monster called the Green Slime. So let's take a look at that monster in the bestiary. Just scroll down here. Oh yeah, I also found another new monster called the Zombie. We'll take a look at that one here in just a minute. But yeah, as far as those green slimes go, it took me forever to find it. Those little green boogers are hard to find, and that's quite literally what they look like. As you can see, at the risk of being a little gross there, but yeah, they are ranked 2. They have 10 hit points, but look at their defense rating, 210, so weapons will do little if any damage to them. But I was able to take them out quickly with Maria's level 3 fire spell. You can see their weakness is fire and also ice. So yeah, it took me about 30 minutes to find a green slime. I actually found it on the 5th floor of Summit Falls. And once I finally found it, I was screaming for joy because I spent a whole bunch of time fighting through a lot of other monsters such as sprinters and green goblins and such, or goblin guards, not green goblins. But let's scroll back up here and take a look at number 23. Number 23 is the zombie. We'll get to fight more zombies, plenty more zombies in the future. And last but not least, we'll scroll down here and look at the entry for our boss. Number 104 was the Sergeant. And Sergeant is rank 3, had 420 hit points. And it drops a lot of Mythril equipment. And I actually got a Mythril helm after defeating it. So I guess I'll go ahead and take the time and put that on Firion. We'll replace his bronze helm with the Mythril helm, and that will take his defense up to 12. Now you can see I've made my way back to the village of Salamand. Before we go back to Altair and give the Mythril to Hilda, I do want to visit this village real quickly. Let's see, let's talk to this guy. He says, take the Mythril to Altair and give it to the princess as soon as you can. So if you had no idea where to go after getting the Mythril, this guy's there to offer you a little hint. And if you go back into town, you can see that all the men that were being forced to work as slaves are now back in town with their wives and girlfriends. And they just thank us very much because we saved them. Actually, Paul was in there with him, but he went to get the Mythril, but he got caught too. But Paul is nowhere to be seen now. Okay, real quickly, what I really wanted to come into this town for is to visit the magic shop. I don't think we've had the chance to come see what magics are for sale here yet. So let's just have a look here. You can see the magic shop here will offer you the life tome, which is very essential, I think, in this game. I'm eventually going to get 3 of those. For now, I'm going to purchase 1 of those. Of course, life will revive a knocked out ally. And that's one good thing about going back into Summit Falls and fighting all those monsters. I earned a ton of gil. I had a little over 8,500. I do want to save the rest of that gil for some new equipment here soon, so I'll come back and get 2 more life tomes, 1 for Maria and 1 for Guy a little later. The other spells, the Sap Tome will reduce a foe's MP. I am going to purchase 1 of those. Let's take a look at the other 2. There's the Warp Tome. Basically, just like the teleport spell, it will banish foes to another dimension if it works. Of course, the higher the level of the spell, the better the chance it has to work. I'm not going to get that one for now. That's because I already have the teleport tome. I actually got that one for Firion out of a treasure chest in Summit Falls. Got to fight a land turtle for that. It works the same way. Plus, teleport will teleport your party out of dungeons, whereas the warp tome will just transport you to a previous floor. So I guess I'll go ahead and put that life tome on Firion. He's my paladin of sorts. I'm putting a lot of white magic spells on him. And the Sap Tome is also a white magic spell. Now the reason I got the Sap Tome, I think I mentioned in an earlier video, The sap spell will really help you increase your maximum MP. If you cast sap on all your party members or one party member during battle, has a pretty good chance of reducing that party member's magic points. Of course, the higher the level it is, the better the chance it will work. But if you can reduce their MP, that will give them a pretty good chance of gaining max MP at the end of the battle. So that's the reason I got that. Okay, I think I'm pretty much done here in Salamand, so I'm going to hike and eventually sail back to the village of Altair to give the Mythril back to Hilda. So once I get there, I will meet you. Hey, I have made my way back to the village of Altair, and I got a chance to use Furian's new sap spell a little bit, and it actually connected with Maria, Guy, and Minwu. Now you can see Maria and Minwu both had an increase to their maximum MP after sap was connected with them. Maria's maximum MP is now 34 and Minwu's is now 144. It actually worked on Guy, but he didn't get a maximum MP bonus, unfortunately. But I've also noticed that the magic stats will also increase on the character that sap connects upon, so that's kind of a bonus there too. Now, as I mentioned in a previous video, I'm not going to abuse the sap spell all that much. I'm just going to use it a little bit to try to get some maximum MP for my characters here and there. Okay, now that we are back in Altair, let's go back into the rebel hideout and go give the Mythril to Hilda. So let's go back up into Hilda's throne room, and there's the princess right there. So if we talk to her, she says the Empire also suffered heavy losses at the Battle of Finn. They're building the Dreadnoughts in Bast to help compensate for those losses, and we've heard about the Dreadnought a little bit in the past. Not really sure quite what that is. We just know it's something big and bad that the Empire is building. And we've got a new key term we can learn there, the Dreadnoughts. We'll come back and learn that a little later. For now, let's go ahead and show Hilda the Mythril from our items list. And you can see her expression is going to change. She says, "You found the Mythril. Now we'll finally be able to fight the Empire on equal terms. Please take the Mythril to Tobul, the town blacksmith. I'm certain he'll be able to use it to make you some magnificent weapons, and that will be great." So we'll come back and visit with Hilda again here in the future. But for now, let's go visit Tobul. You remember Tobul, don't you? He's the blacksmith you can find in the weapon shop, and he was putting on a facade in the past a little bit, pretending like he was just a feeble old man, when in reality he's a great blacksmith. So let's go back up and around to the weapon shop, and here we'll meet Tobul again. So let's just talk to him. He says, "What could you want with me? I'm just an old man." Oh, come off it, Tobul. We know better than that. Let's go ahead and show him the Mythril. And he says, "Ho ho, that's Mythril. I've been waiting for the chance to work this metal for as long as I can remember. All right, leave the rest to me. Swords, armor, you name it. I'll start pounding it out. It's been too long since I let my hammer ring." So Tobul's going to go up to his workbench here, and he's going to start hammering the Mythril away. And here he comes back. "You can buy the equipment I made over at the shop counter. This will keep my hands full, I tell you that." Now you'll notice that there is a new shopkeeper on the left side of the weapons counter. If we talk to him, we can purchase some of the new Mythril equipment that Tobul just made. You can see we can buy Mythril knives, Mythril maces, Mythril spears, and Mythril swords. I'm going to go ahead and, whoops, I accidentally bought 11 of those. Yeah, let that be a little lesson to you guys. When you're purchasing Mythril equipment, as expensive as it is, you want to press right on your keypad, not up as I did. So I had to reset my game here. So yeah, this time we're going to purchase 2 Mythril knives, and I'm going to go ahead and purchase 2 Mythril swords. And I'm going to give the Mythril knives to Maria. That will replace her regular knives, and that will take her attack from 7 all the way up to 29. Very cool. Likewise, Furian's broadswords will be replaced by the Mythril swords, and that will take his attack all the way up to 44. Alright, let's go on to the lower left portion of town, back into the armor shop. And again, the new person is standing on the left side of the armor counter. Here we can purchase Mythril helms, Mythril armor, and Mythril gloves. So I've already got a Mythril helm for Firion, so I'm going to go ahead and get 2 Mythril helms. Let's go ahead and purchase 4 Mythril armors and 4. Actually, for now I can only purchase 2 Mythril gloves. And I'll go ahead and equip that on all my characters here. And it looks like I'm really running out of time, so just as an example, you can see on Firion here, that will take his total defense up to 20 now that he's totally equipped with Mythril. Okay, next time we meet, we'll go back and visit with Hilda and learn our new key term, the Dreadnought, and find out what our next mission is going to be. Thanks for watching today's episode of Let's Play Final Fantasy II. See you next time.